Hi everyone, this is our third lesson and today we are going to talk about the left hand basic technique. To my mind, the main problem of the beginners they have with the left hand may be the tension. Sometimes it can seem that the more pressure we do on the string, the better it sounds, but that is actually completely false. There are many little aspects in that how can one produce the clean and precise tone on the guitar. But to my mind, the most important are: where do you press the string with your finger? Where do you press the string on the fretboard? And the amount of pressure you create by pressing the string here. To avoid the unnecessary tension in your forearm, try to find the optimal and the most natural position of the fretboard related to your body. It shouldn't be too high, because then you must play like this and tension can be there. Or it shouldn't be too low, because then you must go like this and it creates problem in your back. So try the most natural one and the most comfortable for you, that you can see everything more or less and that you don't feel any tension here. Now let's just look closer at the aspects I mentioned. The very first thing one faces by grabbing the guitar like this is the position of the thumb. Where should you actually put your thumb? The thumb locates normally on the same line with the first or second finger or somewhere between them. It is never like this here, or also not too far away there, but somewhere in the middle. Playing the sixth string, it can be like this. Playing the first string, it can be more like this, depending on the position of your palm. By changing the position, some move slightly and lightly together with the whole hand, with the palm, and it never stays somewhere backwards. It also never goes too far away forward. So it's just always on the same line with the first finger, or between the first and second. It's a bit personal thing, depends on your hand. You should not feel any kind of pressure with your thumb. It just supports the left hand, but doesn't do anything to press. The next important thing is the point of contact for the left hand fingers. It is very easy. You can just imagine there's a circle on the fingertip, and the middle of the circle will be the point of contact. It should not be too low, because then you play like this. And it should not be too high, because then you play somewhere between your nail and your skin. It causes you pain like this. Your fingers should never do something like this, because it means that you are doing too much pressure, or that you are using false point of contact. So the half of the circle will be your contact point, somewhere here, somewhere here. It is a bit different for the first and fourth finger. You have this contact point a bit like here to the left and here to the right, because they are playing more like this, a bit different, and the little one more like this. And these two are normally like this. Let's see in which part of the fret should you press the string. It is always better to do in this part, not in this part too much, maybe a bit like in the middle, but it is always better a bit before the metallic nut. When it is too much there, it can sound already not good, or too much there. So always try to press in the right side of the fret, a bit before the metallic nut. Let's talk about how much pressure should you do with your fingers actually. I have my own association here that I created when I had the problem of excessive tension with my fingers on the left hand. And then I realized that only so much pressure is needed so that the string touches the metal nut. This thing, this one. If the string touches it, but not deeper than it. Once again about the pressure, you can only press like this You can see here the string touches this metallic nut, but not deeper. Deeper is already too much and not necessary to do, because it's enough that it touches, then it will already sound clean. You should not press more than it. Now let's take a look at the exercises, and I'm going to explain you a few things more. The first one is my first exercise to give to very beginners, to my students also. It's just a chromatic scale on the first string. I'm going to show you how it works. Let's see how can you play this one. The most important thing in this exercise is not having your fingers too far away from the fretboard by playing this. For example, when you play, you should have your fingers very close to the string, to the fretboard. The false would be to play like this. Because like this you can't play fast. You need so much time to bring your finger from this far away closer to the fretboard that you just lose your time by doing this, and well, just put the fingers very close to the fretboard. That is just maybe only 1 centimeter between the string and your fingertip, something like this. Your fingers should be already prepared and stay above the string, very close to the string, and then when time comes, they are just going down and play the string. At the beginning you just put your first finger on the first fret, second finger on the second fret, third finger on the third fret, and first finger on the first fret. Now please notice the very important thing. These fingers, after they have played the string, the fret, they just stay there. They are not going in the air like this. Once again, the first finger has played and it stays on the string. Second finger has played and stays. The same and the same. After you have played with the fourth finger, just move your first finger slightly to the second fret and make your fingers to the air. Once again. Now the first finger goes just to the second fret, and this finger goes to the air. Now the first finger moves to the next fret, these three are going to the air. Now the same, and the same, and the same. How can you go backwards? Let's see. Now any finger goes away and just play firstly the fourth finger. Now first finger goes away. Now the third finger goes away. Now the second goes away. Now you have only the first finger. It goes slowly to the upper fret. Now you put all your fingers back pressing, prepared to play. And you play once again, fourth. When played, then go away. Now away. It stays, then it goes to the upper fret, and once again we have all fingers there. By putting your fingers on the string all together, try not to do it like this, not like this, but just all together immediately at the same time. Talking about the right hand, in this exercise I was just doing the sum preparation on the 6th string, and then I played the 1st string with I and M, apoyando like this. I would recommend you to practice this exercise with a metronome. You can start with 60 BPM or slowly if you need, and then slightly go +5, +5, +5 BPM, and then maybe you can add also that like +10, +10, +10 BPM, and always try to reach the maximal speed you can in this exercise, but never do like you start with 60 BPM and then suddenly you are already in 200. That brings you nothing. Just go slowly and feel like you are putting your fingers in the right point of contact, in the right place on the fret, and have your hand completely relaxed. One more thing about the first exercise is that you should always try to make your fingers be pointed a bit to the right like this. Not like this, not directly straight, but just a bit to the right, because it is always a bit easier to do stretching like this than like this. You can notice it once again. Always pointed a bit to the right. The second exercise is dedicated to the 4th finger, because it's normally weaker than the other fingers and we need to develop it. I'm going to show you this exercise. After you came here to the 12th fret, you can go backwards also. And so on till the 1st fret. You can also do the same with all combinations I'm going to show you right now. Now let's try it. You just need your 4th finger to press the 4th fret on the 1st string and have already prepared here at the same time with your 4th finger pressing the 1st finger, yeah, the 1st fret on the first string. And then you play 1st string, 4th fret. You have played, then leave your finger, leave only the 1st finger, then the open string. Now put at the same time the 1st and 4th finger on the 2nd string and play. Open string, then the same, you put the 4th finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, 1st finger of the 1st fret, 3rd string, and then you play. Now 1st, 5th, go backwards, just the same. Put 1st finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string and 1st finger on the 1st fret. Now 1st string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. And now you continue to go like this through the whole fretboard, like this. You put then the 4th finger on the 5th fret, 1st finger on the 2nd fret, and go like 5th fret, 2nd fret, open string, 2nd string, 5th fret, 2nd fret, open string, and so on. as I said, there is one combination more. You can play the second finger and the first finger. Then it will be almost the same, but you put at the same time fourth fret on the first string and the second fret of the first string. Then you have like this. Second string, third string, first, sixth, fifth, first, third, second. Then let's do the same using the third and fourth finger. This can be a bit difficult because the third finger is also a bit weak. Let's try. Maybe you have noticed it when I go from six to the first string, like this. I have already prepared the first finger by going further on the fifth string, like this. You play. Now you have this finger very close to the first fret, or already pressing, maybe if you can, like this. Already above the first fret. It must be prepared. It must not be like this. Because then you don't have time and then you can't play fast. To play fast, you need to have your fingers always very, very close to the fret you need. You should also practice this exercise slowly with the metronome, slowly going faster, like I told you in the previous exercise. The last exercise is created for you to learn how can we play blocks with our left hand. You can try this if you have one chord. I'm going to tell you which chord. For example, the first finger you can put on the first fret on the fourth string, this one, second fret of the third string, third fret of the second string, and fourth fret of the first string. Like this you have. And now you should change this one to like the opposite to this one. It's almost the same, but just you put this one on the first fret of the fourth string, third fret of the third string, second fret of the second string, first fret of the first string. Like this. Once again, just this and this. And why do we say about the blocks? Because by changing these chords, you are not gonna move your fingers like this to find the right fret and string, but just immediately change. Just think about to which fret every finger will go, and then change the position, like this. Your fingers must go directly to the right fret, to the right string. For that, maybe you should analyze, okay, my little finger moves like through these two strings to the fourth fret, my third finger just one string down, this one string higher, and this one 2 strings higher. And then do this immediately at the same time. And don't play the chord before it is already there. First, you are sure that you press already every right fret and right string, and then you play the chord with your right hand. Now I'm going to show you how can you practice this exercise, how can you play this exercise. you can also go backwards. When you are practicing this exercise, try to do this as slow as you can, for that you feel how slow you are doing this change, and you feel like your fingers are going in this right way, that they are finding the right frets and the right point of contact, and that you don't need then to change something after you have landed on the fret, that you stay here like sure, and then you change also sure. You can practice so slow, for example. And then you change. Then if you notice that you are doing everything right, that it is for you not hard to do, you can put your metronome a bit faster, or without metronome you can just go also a bit faster. But not before you dealt with these very slow motions. Now I'm going to explain what should you do with the right hand. Put your thumb on a 4th string, 3 fingers on these 3 strings, and when you play one chord, you use your 4-finger all together. Then put them again back on the strings. Then you mute the strings like this. And when it is muted, when strings are muted, then you change your chord to avoid the noise of open strings. And then you play once again the chord and put your fingers again before changing the chord once again. First put your fingers, play the chord. Put your fingers once again, change the position, play a chord, put your fingers back, change the position, play, put back, play, put back, change. Just like this. Well, I think I've told you already about the very basic techniques for the left hand. Please practice them very attentively with much concentration, because only after you deal with this one, we can go already higher to the harder aspects of the left hand technique. I hope so much you've enjoyed this video, and looking forward to see you in my next lesson.